This is ABC 7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us tonight. Talks of working together to build a homeless shelter for the area's homeless broke down between the city of Sarasota and Sarasota County officials last year. Then the city parted ways with its homeless director. The Suncoast homeless problem and figuring out the best way to handle it has been a long-standing issue, so it doesn't come as a surprise that while homeless numbers have gone down compared to 2009, they've actually gone up since last year. ABC 7's Dwayne Lindo joins us now with more details on this just released homeless point-in-time study. Dwayne.
Well, Haley, officials are saying the rise in homelessness is not only related to the cost of living, but the lack of affordable housing as well. The issue of homelessness has gotten worse, according to census data from Suncoast Partnership to End Homelessness. And there's a reason.
Sarasota County at $777 a week average wage is about 20% below the national average. Our housing costs are not 20% below. So you can see where that disconnect is.
The study found that the total number of homeless in Sarasota and Manatee counties have risen by almost 300 compared to last year. To help the issue, the organization executive director Leslie Lovelace is looking for Sarasota County and the city of Sarasota to find a compromise on shelter.
Housing First is an excellent model, but with our current lack of affordable housing in the region, it's going to be years before we have adequate units.
It's helpful data. We try to correlate it with other data that we have.
Sarasota City Manager Tom Barwin says the city homeless outreach team evaluates data bi-weekly and is making progress.
And we believe the counts in the city are down from a peak of 350 to 400 to probably 250 or less.
And he agrees with Lovelace on using housing to lower the numbers.
It's moving in the right direction, but we also have a lot of work to do to find permanent housing and support for the people who really need the support.
According to Salvation Army Area Commander Ethan Frizzell, it's about looking at trends, adjusting the system to better serve the homeless.
So the point is you use reports like this to make better policy decisions, but you really should caution the overreaction of, wait a minute, we counted a lot more people. We have to look at trends and then adjust the system to say how can we best serve people who are not currently choosing services.
Some of them being the chronically homeless, many of them staying at the Salvation Army for months at a time.
If you actually look at the fullness of the report, is what you see is hundreds of people who are trapped in transitional and supportive housing that shouldn't be trapped in supportive housing. The longer they're in that transitional housing, the longer they're classified as homeless.
And overall, 64% of the homeless counted were in Sarasota County, with a large majority in the city of Sarasota, and 34% in Manatee County. Haley, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Dwayne. Hopefully a solution is coming at some point. Well, for the second time in 3 years, Governor Rick Scott has vetoed a contentious alimony proposal. It would have created a formula for judges to use when setting alimony payments. But the plan became one of the most hotly contested issues of the legislative session when it was amended to include a child sharing component that would have required judges to begin with a premise that children should split their time equally between parents. In vetoing the measure, Scott said family law issues are very personal and families come to court under different circumstances and needs. Melanie Bevan has been Bradenton's top cop for only 2 months, but she's not waiting to make any changes. In a memo sent to her employees, Chief Bevan lays out, quote, organizational enhancements that are in the works. Her immediate goals are more transparency within the agency by revamping the employee disciplinary process and the creation of a recruiting unit, plus making sure her department connects with local youth.
The mayor and I are in discussions with the Tampa Bay Rays to also adopt a ticket voucher program within the city. We've been partnering with the Pirates for quite some time now, long before I got here, and trying to bring all those together to connect better with our youth, rewarding them for good behavior, positive behavior. These are just some of the things that I really think advances us not only as a department, but as a city.
Bevan has also made some minor changes as far as procedures, including promoting employees and now seeking 2 assistant police chiefs to provide a peer group atmosphere to help her lead. A Palm Beach Zoo employee was killed after she was attacked by a tiger. Officials managed to tranquilize the animal, but they had to wait for that tranquilizer to kick in before they were able to get to the victim. Visitors were evacuated even though the tiger never escaped its enclosure. It was later put down. Florida Fish and Wildlife officials plan to investigate, and the zoo will remain closed for the weekend. 19 people are reported to be dead after a 7.0 earthquake rocks Japan. Japanese media is reporting at least 470 people have been injured in this latest quake. ABC News correspondent Lauren Lister has more.
The moment that 7.0 earthquake hit, caught on camera. Screaming heard as the city of Kumamoto violently shakes just before 1:30 a.m. local time, and just over 24 hours after a 6.2 magnitude quake hit the same region. From the sky, a scene of flames and smoke. Japanese TV showing hollowed out buildings, collapsed structures, streets split in half, broken into pieces. Rescuers struggling to get through streets clogged with debris and broken glass. Crews seen searching through the rubble. Japanese media reporting several dozen people trapped. And hundreds of people injured. Hundreds of thousands of households losing power. The entire city losing water. Authorities evacuating patients from a hospital, worried it could collapse. Since Thursday's quake hit, tens of thousands have been moved to shelters. American Noel Vincent lives there.
You know, I think yesterday people were shocked, but I think today people are kind of terrified.
And as the sun rises, views of a massive landslide and a frantic search for victims continuing amid more than 24 hours of tremors. Well over 100 aftershocks hitting the area, one registering as high as 5.8 after Friday's quake. A man's camera rolling as one hit.
A tsunami warning was issued and then lifted. The Japan Meteorological Agency has issued a warning of a possible further earthquakes to come.
We're great already, but we can be so much greater when we do our job by simply voting.
The Manatee County NAACP was among the local organizations of the national organization Democracy Awakening, speaking out in front of Suncoast Congressman Vern Buchanan's Sarasota office today. A few dozen people gathered to stress the importance of voting and to call on the congressman to support the reform legislation that Democrats believe would strengthen voters' rights and overturn the conservative nonprofit Citizens United. The voting reform is currently going through Congress. Hundreds of boats, all different shapes, sizes, and prices, are now parked along the Sarasota Bayfront. This is the 34th annual Suncoast Boat Show at Marina Jack. Today we ran into some people who are in the market for a new boat, as well as some who are just browsing. Organizers say more than 10,000 people will visit during this three-day event, and that the number of vendors this year has also increased.
And this is actually the largest this show has ever been. We've had more exhibitors, we have more boats, and we've expanded it to be able to accommodate those boats.
We're here just browsing around, seeing some of the beautiful larger yachts that we see on the water all the time and see what they're like and how they're outfitted.
The Suncoast Boat Show runs through Sunday, and Bob was out there earlier taking in some of those beauties. Bob, so nice.
Yeah, Marine Max was out there throwing an after-hours party, so to speak, and bumped into a few of the folks around town, having a great time out there. And all weekend long, it looks to be pretty good as far as the boat show is concerned. We are going to see some storms around, but it doesn't appear there's going to be a washout at this point. Right now, the radar picture is showing still some action out here in the Gulf of Mexico. It's been a pretty nice evening, really. Most of the rain that was out there earlier has dissipated as it made its way toward the east. Still some lightning strikes about 200 miles offshore of the Suncoast right now and along the east coast. Some pretty heavy weather here. This is going to be shifting off to the east, so not a factor for us at all. But it looks like this frontal boundary, which is still pretty active at this hour, will be the impetus for more showers and storms tomorrow. Will give us about a 50% chance for scattered storms, mainly in the afternoon on Saturday. 73 right now. Generally fair at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport. Some clouds in Punta Gorda, 70 there. So still pretty warm even in Venice now at 73 degrees. We'll have your complete weekend weather forecast in just a few minutes. We'll see you later. Back to you, Haley.
Thank you, Bob. Efforts have been ongoing to bring more affordable housing to Sarasota, but this latest project from the Coulter Group is on the other end of the spectrum, not exactly affordable. An 18-story residential tower called The Grande will be built adjacent to the Ritz-Carlton overlooking the Sarasota Bayfront. The Grande will feature 86 residences, including penthouses, from $2 million to upwards of $5 million. There will be a rooftop pool, an on-site fitness center. The project is set to break ground in the spring of 2017. Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with the official Suncoast forecast. Plus, taxes are due Monday, and if you'll be filing this weekend, we'll let you know the safest way to do it. And it's prom night for some very special Suncoast residents.
Across America with Mega Jackpots, it's Mega Millions.
Good evening, I'm Carol Blackman. It's Friday, April 15th, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $80 million. To win the jackpot, all you have to do is match all 5 white balls plus the Go Mega Ball. Get out your tickets and good luck. Your first number is 37. That's followed by 10. Then we have 34. Up next is 73, and our final white ball is 9. Time now for the Go Mega Ball. The Go Mega Ball is 9. Your winning numbers again are 37, 10, 34, 73, 9, and the Go Mega Ball is 9. Now, if no one matches all 6 numbers, Tuesday's jackpot could be $89 million. Good luck.
On the Suncoast.
And across America, the news you care about
is on your Suncoast News at 5.
And ABC World News Tonight at 6:30.
People you trust. Scott Dennis, Haley Wilkes, David Muir.
First, the Suncoast.
And then the world.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on a pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Pomero Shop Furniture. After 66 years in Sarasota, we're still the leader in hard-to-find and custom-made furniture. We have literally thousands of fabrics and patterns to choose from, and our free in-home design consultation will help you create rooms in your home specific to your unique style. Our inventory changes daily, so come in today to see what's new. Plus, anything in our showroom can be part of your home the very next day. Pomero Shop Furniture, now with 3 locations.
It's Ram Truck Month, and that means big savings on some of America's best vehicles at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Get America's best value, a new Grand Caravan for just $18,999 or a new Dodge Journey for just $17,999. Stop by today to shop the area's biggest selection of Ram trucks and save up to $8,000 on your new Ram. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
I'm Dale Mast, and we're celebrating 40 years on the west coast of Florida.
It's our 40th anniversary, and it's time for a celebration, the Culligan Hydration Celebration. For a limited time, celebrate by taking $250 off any Culligan home system. That's $250 off Culligan water softener systems, drinking water systems, or whole house water filters. Help us celebrate our 40th anniversary, and remember,
for better water, pure and simple, call today and say, "Hey, Culligan man."
Well, Bob, a nice day out at the boat show and more opportunities to go out this weekend and a lot of other events too.
Yeah, you got it, Haley. It's going to be nice. too. We're going to actually going to go play some golf tomorrow at the Meadows Cup, and it's going to be absolutely outstanding out there despite the presence of a few showers and a few thunderstorms. So come on out. Been doing it for many years, helping out the Easter Seals this weekend. Should be a lot of fun. A lot of folks will be there from the Meadows just kind of watching all the players going through. And here we are watching the Ospreys up there, and the one's getting bigger. Sunny getting much bigger as a little feeding time going on earlier this evening, about 150 feet above our studios here in downtown Sarasota. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on as far as the weather goes, though. Right now, we have a beautiful day today, beautiful sunset, too. You can see some clouds off in the distance. That's associated with a stationary front and a little system in the upper levels of the atmosphere. That is going to bring us a chance for a shower or two tomorrow. Speaking of birds, get a look at this one. Another osprey at the Lemon Bay. John sending this one into pics, PIX at mysuncoast.com. And the North Jetty. Cindy Desmond getting this nice blue heron. Boy, that's a big one right there at the North Jetty. And a gorgeous sunset at Minnesota Beach. Alan Mitchell getting that one right there. Here's a look at the, you can see that stationary front is kind of stationary right over much of our area. It's been dropping a little bit to the south, but still some showers and storms developing way out there in the Gulf of Mexico. Even some unsettled weather there in Georgia right now, but not a lot of widespread rainfall. In fact, there's one storm cell about 150 miles or so west-southwest of our area, pushing off generally to the east, very slowly, but not holding on all that strong right now as far as it being a widespread storm event. That will be pushing off to the east, and it'll bring us a slight chance for showers in the morning, a slight chance, and then a little bit better chance for scattered storms in the afternoon on Saturday. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. But right now, 73 degrees, generally fair. The dew point 67, the humidity 81%. We have an east wind at 8 and the pressure 29.97 inches. That, by the way, is starting to rise again, so that's a good sign. 82 the high today, 66 was the morning low. The average low at 61 and the record 41 set back in 1935. As far as the rainfall goes, no rain to report officially at the Sarasota-Brayton Airport. There were a few very light showers around earlier this evening, some in Venice, some near Inglewood as well. But overall, it was a relatively dry day, just kind of a cloudy day at that. 65 in Pensacola, 66 in Jacksonville, now 70 in Orlando, 71 in Miami, and 77 in Key West. Still warm in Key West. Braden at 74 degrees, Lakewood Ranch at 73, 71 in Arcadia, and 74 in Northport. Well, our winds will stay out of the east-northeast throughout the morning, and they'll start to pick up a little bit in the afternoon. And with some of the showers and a few thunderstorms could create some gusty winds. We have a chance for some rough weather here, mainly in the afternoon and evening, I suspect, but most of that should be inland and along the east coast of Florida. But again, showers and thunderstorms are possible tomorrow. The RPM forecast model indicating some of that activity developing along the east coast. You can see that quite clearly. And then out in the Gulf of Mexico, most of this starting to move away as high pressure will start to build in from the north. And so on Sunday, look for a much better day with lots of sunshine around and not much of a chance for rainfall. In fact, that's the way it will stay through all of the work week next week with little or no chance for rain. This is a close-up look of the showers and storms developing. This is mainly in the late afternoon and evening. Hopefully the golf will be over by then. We'll get through that nice tournament there for Easter Seals, benefiting the Easter Seals at the Meadows Cup. And Scott Dennis will be out there playing as well. Some showers and storms moving through parts of the Bay Area. And then we will see generally fair skies on Sunday, though. Things looking much better there as we move through the rest of the weekend. For boaters tomorrow, looking pretty good. We'll see seas picking up a bit on Sunday as it'll be a little bit breezier, but generally seas less than 2 feet with a light chop out there. Northeasterly winds at 10 knots. And the water temperature now at 76 degrees. And a few clouds and a few showers are possible near the beach. Low tide upcoming 4:29, and the high tide will be at 11:03. Sunrise at 7:04. Mostly cloudy. A few showers are possible overnight. 67 for a low, so above average. And then for tomorrow, mostly cloudy. Scattered storms. A rain chance at 30% in the morning, 50% in the afternoon. A high near 81. And the extended forecast is calling for warm weather, a little bit above average, running in through Friday of next week. That rain chance at 40%, though. Basically for inland areas, and 50% chance near the coast in the late afternoon. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. The deadline to file taxes is coming up on Monday, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you know how to file your taxes without getting scammed. Scam artists often prey on those who don't take special care to make sure their private financial information is safe. Some tips the Attorney General's office is offering, including never send your returns from your home mailbox. You may have not thought of that. Instead, hand them directly to a clerk at the post office. That's the safest way. And when filing online, make sure you use a reputable tax preparer separation company and a secure web server that is not attached to public Wi-Fi. Also, make sure you protect your personal information such as your banking and social security number.
We're seeing in tax season that thousands of complaints are filed with the IRS every year, just in Florida alone, from people claiming their identities were stolen or someone tried to solicit their information. So scammers are seeing this as a prime time to try to make a quick buck.
The IRS will never make initial contact with a taxpayer by phone or email, so if you feel like you've been victimized by a tax scam, you can contact the Attorney General's office. It is prom night in Bradenton. The Night with the Stars prom celebrates Sarasota and Manatee County special needs residents. Hundreds, along with their guests, came out to Woodland Community Church to dance and have a great time. From clothing to food, this entire event is funded through donations and free to those who attend.
It's a time for them to come together. It's a really safe place for them. We have hundreds of local high school volunteers that give their time to come out to dance, to party, just to really make it a fun night. Just a very special, safe place to come and enjoy themselves.
What a fantastic event. This was the 8th year for this annual event. The Lightning take on the Red Wings in Game 2, while the Rays host the White Sox. Highlights next in sports.
From meeting curious lemurs to feeding big cats and hosing down rhinos, there's never a dull moment. And sometimes these amazing animals chime in. Tune in to Animal Outtakes to find out what they have to say.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Manitoba Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Manitoba Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Manitoba Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Manitoba Flooring today.
US Med has great news for anyone living with diabetes.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, US Med will ship a new glucose meter right to your home.
And shipping is free.
My new meter uses only a speck of blood, so it's less painful than my previous meter.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, you're covered with US Med. We're welcoming new patients, even if your current provider can't supply you anymore.
I don't even have to test on my fingers anymore. I can test on my hand or forearms, and it's more accurate than my old meter.
So call US Med today, and you'll have a choice of 2 great meters.
One that actually speaks your results, or a meter so small it fits in the bottle of strips.
Act now, and US Med will include a free prescription discount card. We'll also send you a free diabetes cookbook. This is your opportunity.
So call US Med today.
You'll be glad you did.
Sunset Fiat is Italian style. Sunset Fiat is fashion forward. Come see the all-new Fiat collection at Sunset Fiat with new 2015 Fiat 500s priced from $12,999. Sunset Fiat is cool and sexy with freedom to move and room to evolve. Visit Sunset Fiat in Sarasota or shop online at fiatusaofsarasota.com.
You know what scares me? No electricity. Yeah, when this magical box suddenly stops working, I call the pros at Mr. Sparky and they send a superhero to save the day. How's it going, Pablo?
It's going great, Mike.
Pablo possesses amazing skill. He can perform incredible feats at blinding speed. Superhero!
Couldn't have done it without you.
Modest, too.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Just to be clear, I don't live here.
Now, sports.
Game 2 between the Lightning and Red Wings was going to be a huge momentum swing either way. If the Red Wings win, they neutralize the Bolts' home ice advantage. If Tampa Bay wins, the Lightning take a commanding series lead. Nikita Kucherov got the scoring started in the first game, so why not just do it again tonight? He scores on the 5-on-3 power play, and then moving ahead to the third. The game tied at 2. Alex Killorn makes a great pass to Tyler Johnson, who finds the back of the net. The Bolts go up 3-2. Johnson would score again minutes later, and the Bolts would go on to take Game 2. And then look at this, after the final score 5-2. There's a huge brawl at the end of the game, so do expect more physicality between these teams going forward. There are some penalties that will carry over to the next game as well. Game 3 is in Detroit on Sunday. A tough loss for the Rays tonight in more ways than one. No score in the fourth when Logan Forsythe and Kevin Kiermaier collide into each other. Check this out. Ooh, not looking good. This was on a pop fly. Both would leave the game. The Tampa Bay Times reports that Kiermaier has a head contusion and that Forsythe bruised his hip and leg, so thankfully the injuries are not too severe. Now picking things up in the ninth, still no score until Melky Cabrera gets one through the infield to drive in what would end up being the only run of the game. The White Sox win 1-0. That is 3 losses in a row for Tampa Bay. On a positive note, Jake Odorizzi pitched 7 scoreless innings. And another scary scene at the game tonight while Steven Souza Jr. was batting in the 7th. A fan was hit in the face by a foul ball. The baseball apparently slipped through the safety netting. Souza went to check on her, and she was wheeled out on a stretcher. We're not sure of her condition now, but hope she's okay. An international women's golf tournament will not be played again this year on the Suncoast. The Legends Tour of the LPGA announced today that the Honda Cup will be moved outside of the United States after playing last year at the Palmair Country Club. It was supposed to be played again this year at Palmair, but the event's title sponsor wants to delay it until next year and move it overseas. LPGA and Palmair officials hope that the Honda Cup will one day return to our local course. That's a look at sports. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Civic for $169. A Civic, just $169. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
The home at 14 Green Street. The showing. The butterflies. The papers. The crunching of numbers. The offer, the counter, the poker face, the impasse. Finding the happy place. The compromise. The closing of loopholes, the ironing of wrinkles, the signing, the shake, no, the hug. The sign of a RE/MAX agent.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. So the next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America.
And who knew our pricing was so good?
G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Pomero Shop Furniture. After 66 years in Sarasota, we're still the leader in hard-to-find and custom-made furniture. We have literally thousands of fabrics and patterns to choose from, and our free in-home design consultation will help you create rooms in your home specific to your unique style. Our inventory changes daily, so come in today to see what's new. Plus, anything in our showroom can be part of your home the very next day. Pomero Shop Furniture, now with 3 locations.
Shop GoWildHonda.com. Lease a new Accord for $189, just $189, or 0.9% APR. Now at GoWildHonda.com or visit Wild Honda Sarasota. It's gotta be wild.
Kids are introduced to sports by their parents, so why not dogs too? It was Bark in the Park. Oh, and that's our old director Scott Krepop's wife there and their dog and his daughter. Well, this was Bark in the Park at McKechnie Field tonight. Fans brought out their 4-legged friends, and the Marauders, though, ended up losing to the Lakeland Flying Tigers 8-4. We do hope you made some time to stop by and say hello at the ABC7 booth that we had at the game. And Max Winitz threw out the first pitch. And I hear the pitch went well. He said straight down the middle.
I know Norm Schibel is going to be throwing one out here coming up too in the next month. So yeah,
our favorite weather
absolutely
photo contributor.
A lot. Baltimore Orioles. He does it all. He does all around town.
Man about town.
He's a big deal.
He is.
That's right.
Kind of a big deal. Have a great weekend.